You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Powerful words from Zig Ziglar, a well-known speaker. 6 years ago, if you had asked me to stand in front of a large audience like this and deliver a speech in English, I could not have done. In the last 6 years, from someone who had difficulty in talking fluently in English to someone who can stand in front of a large audience like this and deliver a speech, the transformation was simply mind-boggling. Today, I'm going to share with you the interesting experiences and incidents that I went through in my life in the last few years. Let me take all of you to the year 1996. The place was GCT Coimbatore. I was in a classroom in the main building, and it was a Friday evening. I was a youngster. Yes, I did have a lot of hair at that time. I dropped into a meeting of Literary and Debate Society. There were a bunch of students. Some of them I had known before, and many of them were strangers. I went inside the room and occupied a seat in the remote corner of the room. The meeting started. One of our seniors asked me to go to the stage and participate in a group discussion. I did not want to say no because I thought they may think badly of me. So I accepted that and went to the stage and sat with the other students. The topic that was given to us for group discussion was brain drain. Those days, a lot of people were going from India to US for job. And that was the popular topic during that time. However, I did not know what brain drain was. Second of all, I did not know how to handle impromptu situations like that. So, if you are a student and you do not know answer for a question in the exam, what would you do? You start writing what you know. I just did exactly that. I assumed that brain drain means brain losing memory capacity, and I started talking about that. I started my speech by saying, you have to eat a lot of vegetables and healthy food to increase your memory capacity, and the entire audience started laughing. I was shocked. I became nervous. I know that I'm not making sense to the audience, so my lips were locked. No word came from my mouth. That was my first and last visit to Literary and Debate Society in our college. My dreams of becoming a better communicator shattered into pieces like a jar that was dropped on the floor. Time went on, and it was the year 1997. I was doing my final year. That was the last year, and we were all getting ready to get placed in a company. Companies do come for campus recruitment during the last year. Like most of you, I had a dream company, a job, a company that I want to work for when I graduate. Some of my close friends also wanted to work in this very same company. We were dreaming about this company for nearly 3 years. We worked very hard and prepared very well. It was July 1997. The college had just reopened after the holidays, and the company that we were dreaming for nearly 3 years had come to our college for campus recruitment. The company that I'm talking about is Wipro Technologies. So we were all very prepared and we were very eager to attend the interview. So we were given a written test and we cleared the written test, and all of my friends also cleared, and we went to the interviews. And I was asked to attend a HR interview first. I went inside the hall, and there was a man in his mid-40s, a senior HR manager, and he started asking me about some questions, and one of the questions that he asked is, what do you think of Wipro? I immediately started answering this question. I said, Wipro has less number of more competent people. While my intention was to say Wipro has less people, but all of them are more competent, my answer was something else. The conversation continued, and he asked me a question about teamwork. I said, I know how to extract work from people even if they are not motivated. The HR manager was completely shocked because my intention actually was to say, I am good at motivating people to get the work done. As expected, I did not clear the interviews in Wipro, so I did not get selected. While all the friends who were dreaming about getting placed in Wipro, they all got placed in Wipro. They went to Bangalore and started a new life. My dreams of becoming an IT professional and working in Wipro got shattered again because of my communication skills. I was disappointed and dejected. Fortunately enough, I got placed in HCL and joined HCL. I worked in HCL for about 4 years and then moved to USA. I went to Silicon Valley in USA, and Silicon Valley, what a place. It's filled with people who dream big, filled with people who venture into exciting things, people who dream about becoming an entrepreneur. And I got inspired by many of these people who started their own companies, and I also dreamt of becoming a chief executive officer in a startup company. So I wanted to start my own company sometime in the future. So I asked guidance to one of our seniors who was also there, and he said, Saro, if you continue to do what you do, you will continue to get what you get. If you are really serious about becoming a chief executive officer, then you have to groom yourself to become a CEO. I would seriously recommend you to do an MBA. I immediately enrolled in a part-time MBA course, spent about 2 years to complete the program. But even after I completed my MBA program, I thought I'm still missing something. I still cannot claim myself as an MBA guy. I didn't come across as a CEO material. So I did not know what to do. Because of my passion to become a CEO, I started watching and carefully observing a lot of CEOs in the valley. And they all had one skill in common. They were all great communicators. That's when I realized the missing piece in the puzzle is communication. So I started talking about the need for improving my communication skills with my friends, and one of my close friends, he said, Saro, I know of an organization, a non-profit organization that helps people develop their speaking skills. The name is Toastmasters. And he recommended me to join Toastmasters. I joined Toastmasters in October 2006. That's when I got my feet drenched in the uncharted waters. I'm not going to fall down. The journey was very exciting. And I learned 2 key lessons in the last 6 years. The number 1 lesson, habits come in series. Speaking is a skill that is very similar to swimming or cycling. You cannot learn swimming by reading a book or by watching somebody else swim. You can become a swimmer only by jumping into the water. Similarly, you can become a good speaker only by speaking. I had 3 key challenges when I joined Toastmasters. The first one, it was very hard for me to come up with a speech script that can be delivered in a club meeting. Second of all, I could not follow the accent of American speakers. Third of all, I cannot claim that I am a great writer in English with good grammar. So these are the 3 key challenges that I had. And Toastmasters provided a fantastic platform for me to groom my speaking skills. Fellow club members and mentors, they told me, Saro, you have been talking in English for so long, or you have been talking in Tamil for so long. Your eyes, your ears, and your brain are all programmed to read, listen, and talk in Tamil. What you have to do is, you have to train all these three to get accustomed to the English language. And they offered me a number of tips. And I followed each one of them. The first one being, start reading English newspapers loudly every day in the morning. The second one being, read books. Make book reading as a habit. I started reading books on various subjects: time management, negotiation, people management, building a company. I not only gained proficiency in English, but also learned so many subjects by reading books regularly. The third thing that I did is listening to audio tapes and podcasts. That helped me to train my ear to get accustomed with this language of the American speakers. And I also started writing my own blog to improve my writing skills. I tried this for nearly 2 years. Before that, I used to waste my time in chit-chatting, watching movies, or browsing the net. In the 2 years that I joined Toastmasters, I developed a better time management habit and I became more disciplined. I started using my time very effectively. And that produced a transformation that I would not have ever imagined. Think of your life. Anytime you bring in a bad habit into your life, it brings a number of other bad habits. Anytime you bring in a good habit into your life, it brings in a number of other good habits. Habits come in series. That is the first lesson that I learned by joining Toastmasters. The second lesson that I learned is, small things make perfection, but perfection is not a small thing. Small things make perfection, but perfection is not a small thing. Toastmasters help me to focus on nuances of public speaking or nuances of becoming a better speaker. To give you an example, when somebody asks you, how was your vacation? You'll say, I had a nice vacation. However, you can give the same response in a different way, which will make a much better impact. I had a fantastic vacation. The same response given slightly differently. Use different words. Tell it using a different voice tone. And third, use your gestures. These are simple things that I learned in Toastmasters to communicate my ideas. And those skills can be used when I am on the stage as well as when I am with you one-on-one. So that was the specialty of Toastmasters. In about 2 years, from someone who thinks in Tamil, translates that into English, and expresses his thoughts, I was able to think in English right at the first time. And that is the transformation that I went through by being sincere and doing my projects regularly in Toastmasters Club. In fact, you won't believe the little things that I learned in Toastmasters: how to use the stage effectively, how to use your hand gestures, how to use your voice, how to establish eye contact. All those things made me a winner of a speaking contest that was held in my club in 2009. And when I went home on that night, with a trophy in my hand, I told myself, Saro, you're not just stopping here. Your journey has just started. My passion was to become the highest award that was given in Toastmasters, which is called Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And I continued my journey. I started helping other people who wanted to become better speakers and better leaders. I ran into very interesting people who are highly inspiring, people who wanted to become better speakers. And that also produced a lot of transformation in me. In 2012, I was given the prestigious award in Toastmasters called the Distinguished Toastmasters, which is given to people who excel in public speaking and leadership. For every 1,000 members who attempt for a DTM, only 3 members get it. And that is the specialty of DTM. Today, I'm even close to becoming a CEO. I feel that I am a CEO material. I have gotten the confidence to become a CEO. When you really want something, the entire universe conspires in helping you achieve it. This is from the book, The Alchemist. It has proved to be very true in my case. The dream of becoming a better speaker, which started in 1996, I made several attempts in accomplishing my dream. And today, I can proudly say I am a better speaker and I am a better communicator. Fellow members and audience dignitaries, if you want to be good at something, and if you really want to achieve that, go chase your dreams. Because you don't have to be great to start. You have to start to be great.